The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Tampa. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The first carry out for Tony Pollard, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. There'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 44, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the option, Mahomes will run it. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 21. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Got some real estate inside the 30, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Myers' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gibson, 66 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, what's he doing?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Pollard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got his man out of the backfield. It's complete. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now here's Pollard, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bucs are going to retake the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, Tua. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Third and long, it's Tagovailoa. And Adams has it complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Play action, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Steps away to his left. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? From the gun, it's Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gibson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Without a doubt, they're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Raekwon Davis able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Yeah, lost.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here,
Young Hoku. What brand? Hell, Gary 26. Jamal Curtis. Hey Jen, you still up? What you doing? Good. Good. Excuse me.
the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play?
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Yeah, I'm just talking about general. Shut up,
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv right there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
What's the shorter?
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Eagles 21. Buccaneers
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
You old, man. You getting old.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gibson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Sweet baby Jesus.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Sweet baby Jesus. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
It's a hit it.
Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Hooper. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. He's finally marked down at the 23. I tell you, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, what?
An incomplete pass on the last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, just like Bio.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
Ooh.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Buying time to his left. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Man open left side as well. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a dump off here complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the...
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Gibson, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Lining up
Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Tyreek Hill on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. I think my special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On first down, Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On third down, Gibson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes buying time to his left.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for a touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 56 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. A deep ball for Ellington. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the breaks that they just had against them.
Do like use it.
On third down, Gibson. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
But nobody looked better than Rihanna.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The return man is Hill. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
When I got
they will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
I'll talk to y'all when I go to work, and then I get off at 7. So I would talk to y'all after 7.